Hey guys. Hi mamas. It is holiday season full swing. And when I was tuning in earlier today, I thought I just want to be able to help more. I want to be able to offer you something to really support you through the holidays. And so I started thinking about what are some of the things that mothers in particular really struggle with around the holidays. And so I wanted to come on and chat with you and really offer you something that will help to support you this week. And I know that everyone's story is different. Some people have family support, some are seeing family but supporting the family. Some people have partners who show up more around the holidays because they're off work, and that makes things easier, and vice versa. Some of you have partners that show up for the holidays and things get a lot harder. So I hope you'll join me. I just want to say welcome to all new members. I'm Honor. If we haven't met and you don't know who I am, I'm Honor Janetsky, and this is my group, Consciously Created Motherhood. I'm so happy to have you here, and just really hoping that you will take advantage of these free workshops and trainings and talks and come on and join me. Usually I schedule them. Today was impromptu. I just had a inspiration to come on and share, hoping this really reaches you through the rest of this week and just the rest of the holiday season through the new year. There's going to be a lot of hype, as there always is around holidays. And one thing I know to be true as a practitioner is that holidays are so hard for people. And we see things like suicide rates spiking around the holidays, and we see an increase in domestic violence around the holidays. And if there is no crisis, then many people are just sitting with the experience of past trauma, of how difficult holidays were in their families of origin. And so my heart really goes out to those of you who are struggling this time of year to find any connection to yourself and your light. And that's why I'm here to share and to help you. So let me know if you're on. I'm not sure if this is streaming or not. Let me just plug in. I'm not seeing any activity, but it's going to be very quiet today. I get that. So just see if you're here. If you're here, let me know and say hi, so that I know some of my people will be coming on. It's going to say hi, and then let me know if you can hear me. So let's just start with here are some of the ways I know people struggle, and you can let me know if any of these come up for you. So yay, got some people coming on. Hi Lori, hi Martha. I'm so glad you're here with me. So some of the ways I know people struggle, often during the holidays, especially as moms, we get super stressed. We stress out a lot. So one of the things I know people do that spin plates for a living, they do motherhood by spinning plates. And when things ramp up around the holidays and you're holding more, then there's a fear of what's going to get dropped. You can't continue to do it all or do it at this pace, so I'm afraid something's going to drop. And then there are worries that cycle through your thinking, like, what if I can't do it all? What if I can't keep up the pace? Often around celebration, family, times where there's food involved or heavier workload involved, we fall into lack thinking, lack mindset, and it sounds like, what if there's not enough? What if you might think, what if I haven't prepared enough? What if I don't provide enough? What if there's not enough food for people? What if people feel that it's not good enough? What if nobody gives me enough help? Can come in lots of different forms. These thoughts can be very disguised, and we don't recognize them as coming from our unworthiness, but that is where they come from. Okay, so they may show up in all different forms, either through what you worry others will think of you or how you just feel inside yourself. I don't have enough help. I don't have enough of what I need. And so the thoughts may present like, everybody gets to have fun but me. This is terrible. This is no fun. I don't want to work this hard. Everyone gets to have fun. I want to get to have fun too. That's the little girl, right? That's the inner little girl and the inner child. I want to have fun too. I want to play. Everyone's playing but me. I'm working so hard. No one sees it. And then you get into this, nobody sees me. Nobody hears me, or nobody gets me. And it feels like nobody cares. Nobody cares, right? That's all old paradigm. And we're still holding it. So many of us are still holding it and running those stories. We're keeping it true. We're keeping it afloat. There are stories and paradigms that are no longer needed, but we keep giving them our attention and we keep proving them right. So all these old paradigms and stories lead us to feel alone and sad and angry and resentful. We start nagging and pestering our people to see how much they love us, to see what they'll do for us. What are they willing to do? We will try to control the details of how things go down. We'll try to forecast, predict every little detail, micromanage everything. We will worry that it's all going to fall apart. And so we try to fake it. We try to pretend it's all good. And especially like put that mask on around family, extended family. Hi, how are things? Good. How about you? Have you found yourself there? Good, really good. How about you? You know, how often do you really go, well, this sucks. This totally sucks. And I'm miserable. I don't want to work this hard. And I don't want you to come to my house anyway. If you're going to come, send a cleaning crew first. That would be a great Thanksgiving. So what are you choosing and holding and engaging in that really is not what you want to be doing? You don't have the energy for it. So you nag and you worry and you have to fake it. The feelings underneath all of this are nobody sees me, nobody hears me. So that may sound different for you, but it's some version of, what am I even doing here? I'm not valued. No one values me. I'm not valued. I am ashamed that this is how I feel. So that's a little bit farther underneath. And tell me if any of these resonate for you. I feel ashamed then that I feel this way. I feel angry that I feel this way. I feel depressed. Just kind of have given up. So if any of these feel true for you around the holidays, I want you to take advantage of this time here with me to slow everything down and really listen to you, really listen to what your heart is trying to show you and what your soul is whispering in your ear. These moments of experiencing the low points are divine wisdom tapping you on the shoulder, trying to get your attention to say, look at this. And this does not feel like what you meant for it to feel like, this life, this partnership. Holidays hold up a giant mirror for us. It is the perfect time to take stock, take inventory, and find out what you are creating, what you're tolerating, what you're accepting, what you are allowing in your life that is not resonating with your truth, the truth of what you want, your heart's desires, and the truth of your being. So I'm going to offer you a tool today. So this will help you to shift from what I was just describing, from being at the brunt of that, being on the receiving end of the crap thinking. And it's all coming from you. And I just want you to really get that. Like, I know this is the part that is, until we transform, we can sort of know it up here, but we don't really know it. We don't know it in our bodies, but it's all coming from us. So when we go like, nobody gets me, I don't, no one hears me, no one sees me, the nutshell explanation for that is that we are creating the circumstances from our beliefs in which these things are just going to stay true. Okay. When we're playing those stories, then our life can only show us the results of that. Does that make sense? We have to play a different story if we want a different result. We have to learn to think differently, to release the junk, and to shift and clear out emotionally what's old paradigm stuff so that we can write the new story. So, a long time ago, when I was in the deep trenches of mothering my first child, who was struggling deeply, and I was struggling right along with her, making all the sacrifices that I could, and coming up pretty empty for me on, is any of this working? Is what I'm doing the right thing? How do I know that I'm on the right path? And feeling really resentful, tired, lots of negativity flowing through me. This kid totally clearly came to elevate me in all kinds of ways. And then that unfinished work um, uh, was completed, although it's never finished, by my second one, who came in with other different ways of just blowing apart all of my old stories. So when I was in the throes, a mentor of mine asked me, "How's it going?" And then just read right through me when I said, "It's hard." And I've never been a fan of complaining. Really try not to complain, but I just said it's hard. And she said, she just highly intuitive therapist, and said, um, "What's happening?" And I laid it out there a little bit of sort of how things were going, and kind of the behaviors and the stuck places and things that I was seeing in my daughter that I was working with, but really coming up against some big walls and barriers. And she said, she slowed me down and said, I said, I'm working on appreciation. I'm working on my gratitude. I'm working on just knowing that it's going to get better. And she said, and you get to do this. She just sliced me right in half with those words. Wow, you get to do this, which of course makes beautiful sense to me now. But at the time, it stopped me dead in my tracks. And I just had to look at her for a long minute to understand the words that were coming out of her mouth. What a mindset shift. And it really came out to me when I was meditating for all of you today. And I thought, I think somebody here needs to hear that. It's the holiday season, and some of you have more than your arms, two arms can hold. And you're dragging around a lot of old baggage with you. And there are a lot of old paradigms and stories which have you on the receiving end of, this is happening to me, and I don't know how to get out of this. And one of the quickest ways for you to gain access to your creative side, your spirit voice in you, your higher self wisdom, is to shift your mind from, this is happening, or what's happening to me, to, I get to do this, with as much gratitude as you can muster. And even if there's no gratitude there, just using those words, I get to do this, no matter how hard it is, when you realize you're the one creating it, when you realize that the combination of factors, every hard person, every hard moment, every mistake, every challenge, every short end of the stick, every bit of the trauma, every bit of people who've been mean to you or harmed you or kept you small, or all of that has brought you to this moment. And here you are in this life with tons going on around you. And I know you all have stuff going on around you because you're mothers. You are here and you get to do this. You've called it in, you have created it in whatever ways your soul meant to. You are here to experience this. So try using that phrase and try using those words. I get to do this. When you're in those moments where you feel like there's not enough, or nobody gets you, or nothing matters more than how you listen to and respond to yourself. Nothing matters more than you showing up for you. And nobody else can show up for you until you show up for you. That's just plain and simple truth. No one can show up for you in a different way, in a new way, in a more appreciative way until you learn to love and appreciate yourself. And so start with, I get to do this. I get to be here. I get to be mom to these kids. I get to show up for my life. I get to live another day. I get to feel the sun on my back. I get to look at the snow. I get to whatever. I get to breathe and fill up my lungs with oxygen. I get to do this. Say it over and over again until you feel it in your body. That subtle shift will awaken us to a part of ourselves that knows that we are writing the story, and nothing can change until we know that. Okay? If you don't know that you're writing your story, you're going to continue to feel dumped on by life, by your partner, by your kids. I get to do this will shift you into, tap you into that part of you that knows what's true, which is, I'm writing the story. I'm creating this. Some of you already know that. I'm creating this. You are the author of your own experience. Every moment of the day, you are the author of your experience, and you're the one telling the stories. So if you don't like the story, ask yourself what you need to do to change it. Ask yourself. That means not from here, oh my God, what do I need to do? Oh my God, oh my God. That's like, there's nothing there for you. There's nothing there for any of us. You got to slow down. You got to tune in. You have to ask that deeper part of you that's always with you, that still, small, quiet voice. Listen to her. She knows exactly which direction for you to go. So slow down, take a breath, put your hand over your heart, listen, and ask, knowing that I am the author of my experience, what is it that I need in order to change what is not working for me here? And listen. Slow down and listen. Turn off your phone, turn off the TV, put down the glass of wine, shut out everyone who's telling you everything that they think it should be, and listen to you. You know what's best for you. If you don't know the answer, or you can't hear it, or you go, I don't know, that sounds good, but it doesn't work that way for me, then I will help you uncover it. I will help you uncover it. And I'm happy to do that for you. And I don't charge you a penny for that. I just am going to live on you. So I will help you to do that. The holidays are the perfect time to see old patterns and old paradigms, limiting paradigms that cause so much stress the rest of the year, but we just feel it at a peak at the end of the year. And we go, oh my God, holy shit, look at this year and all the stuff I didn't do, I want to do, and I'm not where I want to be. And I'm just going to go into starting a new year, 2020, a new decade, and not have begun the things I want to begin, and not have given myself the support I needed to get there. Give yourself a minute here over the holidays and really tune in about it. It's a perfect time to decide what old stories and paradigms you're going to cut out of your life. You're not going to cut yourself away, but you're going to make room for you to be able to be that version of you, that loving sweetness, that nurturing, or that excited, energized, spunky self. Whatever part of you you're missing that has been asleep for a while, if you're ready to wake her up, ask what is the next step for you. So it's such a great time to take an inventory, take stock of our lives. And especially if you have support around, use that time to ask what more you're wanting. It's a great time to assess what we're feeling good about and what we actually want to change. And that comes from what we don't like. It's a blessing to see what we don't like. It's a blessing to know what about our partnerships or marriage is not working for us. That is a blessing to know. That is a gift. That is one of the gifts of the holidays, to really see with eyes open, this is painful for me and I don't want to keep doing this cycle. It doesn't mean you have to leave. It doesn't mean that you have to pack up and now live in separate households, but something big needs to change in you so that you're able to do that work to change the marriage. Same goes for parenting. So if this makes sense for you, and if you found something here helpful, I'd love to know. I love to know that I'm helping you, and am always happy to adjust based on what people are needing to hear. These talks and my service here is to activate and elevate as many women and mothers as are looking for help. And so let me know how I can support you more. And if you want to connect with me, just shoot me a message. Shoot me a message or just book a call if you know you're ready for that 1 hour of support. And I'm here for you. Let me know if this was helpful, and I'd love to hear back. And just wishing you all so much beautiful love over these holidays, especially the next few. And hoping you can connect with that remembrance of the truth of who you are, which is you are the author of your story and you are creating a reality. And hope you can find things to really enjoy about that. Giving thanks for you, for being here, showing up for you. So much love to all you beauties who I know and love on this live workshop. Sending you all so much love and gratitude these holidays. And don't forget to love on you. Mwah! See you all soon.